y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer and I'm a waxaholic, and I am so excited for today's video. So I am finally filming my Teddy B's May pre-order haul. Holy cannoli, it did not disappoint. Okay, so this is actually the third time I am sitting down to film this. So what I'm going to do is pray that my microphone works. And also, I'm going to do it in installments because my order is unhinged per usual. No one is shocked. And so I think what I'm going to do is do loaves and forget-me-nots. And then I'm going to do tubs and souffles, or maybe tubs and souffles separately. So 2 to 3 videos potentially. But yeah, because I've struggled, and I know my friend Alexis struggled trying to get hers uploaded because of the length of the video. We're crazy for Teddy B's. Chris, Dazzling Sense with Chris, I know hers took a long time to upload as well. So learning from their, struggles getting their videos uploaded, I'm going to do installments. So hope that's okay. So first up is loaves and forget-me-nots. So if you'd like to see which ones I chose from the May pre-order, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's chat wax. Okay, you guys. So first things first, Tiffany packages these orders beautifully. I got 3 UPS boxes. If that tells you anything about the size of this order, it is completely unhinged. I'm cuckoo bananas, especially for Teddy B's. You guys know this. So yeah, we had to separate it, had to separate the videos, and even separating the videos, I'm sure it's going to still be long. So hope you are hydrated and grabbed several snacks and several drinks. So Tiffany always includes this thank you card as well as some tips and tricks for getting the best performance from her wax on the back. And I will include Tiffany's or Teddy B's Facebook group as well as the website down below. What's good about Teddy B's is when you shop pre-orders or RTSs, she does a rewards program. And so it's really great to use your rewards for future purchases. Love that. Okay. So let's start with samples. I don't know. I got 4 samples, which was so incredibly kind of Tiffany. And my daughter has ran away with 2 of them. I think one of them or maybe both of them were pink. So she took off and I don't know where they are. So the 2 that I have here are peach cobbler sugar cookies, which I do have. And it's one of the only peaches that I like to this day. I'm new to peach. I used to get the animal urine smell from it. And it's crazy. Actually, one of the Teddy B scents that I really did not like, I got it in a D-stash just to see because my nose, I joke and say it's going through puberty, but it's changing so much. So I got it in a D-stash and I actually really love it now. It's the craziest thing. So yeah, I love this. It's just her frosted sugar cookies, and I think peach cobbler-y bakery. It's really, really pretty. It's a very sweet, juicy peach, and then you get that bakery note in here. Love this. I have a tub of it, so I didn't pick up any more in the pre-order, but it is a beautiful scent. And then I have It's Fall, Y'all. And I do have a souffle of this that I got in a D-stash, so I didn't order it in the pre-order. And it's marshmallow fireside, sweet cinnamon, orange zest, leaves, brown sugar, and vanilla. And this is a really pretty scent. It just screams fall. It's Fall, Y'all is a perfect name for it. And it's very, anything marshmallow fireside is just going to have that sweet, smoky, cozy, just comforting element to it. You do get a sweet cinnamon. It's not zesty. It's not spicy. It's not red hot. It's a sweet bakery cinnamon. The orange zest plays really nice with the leaves. It gives you that fall feeling. And then the brown sugar and vanilla sweetens and creams it out. It's just a really nice quintessential fall scent. And it's not too spicy. It's not, apple or pumpkin. It's just a really nice outdoorsy fall scent. And I'm here for it. So glad to have a sample. And I'm really glad that I found that souffle in a D-stash. So happy to have that. So again, Tiffany packages her wax very beautifully. Nothing came damaged. It had packing worms in it. It was just, and then one of them had the peanuts in it. She takes extra care to ensure that our stuff arrives safely as it can be, and I really love that. Okay, so we will start off with what she called forget-me-nots. And these, I think, are a little larger in ounces. I think they're a little heavier than tubs, if I'm not mistaken. I think these were $14, and tubs are $12 to $14, depending on if there's that premium oil in the blend. So I think they were $14. There may have been a range with these as well. But I'll put the price on the screen here. I think Tiffany's wax is about $1.60, maybe $1.65 an ounce, which I think is just a steal. Tiffany's wax, like first of all, I'm getting ahead of myself. But first of all, Teddy B's is one of, if not my favorite vendor. And I just feel like her wax is just premium wax. It's bougie. Her blends and the way that she does the oils, I feel like she uses really high quality oils. And the way that she blends them is just truly unique and beautiful. It's like you can smell something, from Teddy B's, and you're just like, how does she do this? She completely captures a place, a time, a memory, a person. I mean, it's just seriously something special. And I just treasure that. And I adore Teddy B's wax for that very reason. And that's one of the main reasons why she's one of my favorite vendors. So her blends are always just beautiful. And so anyway, I think that's why I prefer a lot of the outdoorsy, more atmospheric scents, because you can smell it and it just immediately takes you to a time or a place. And scent memories are such a beautiful thing. I think it's why I'm so drawn to scent, why I've always loved it and gravitated towards it, whether it be candles, perfumes, wax melts, body lotion, body shower gel. I mean, just anything like that scent wise, I just really enjoy. Okay. So let's hop into these forget-me-nots. So first up, in no particular order, I have Coachella, and I really wanted to smell this one. This one got a lot of hype in the Facebook group. The notes are lavender, cedarwood, tonka, sandalwood, tropical fruits, jasmine, coconut milk, sea salt, sea moss, and green vetiver. So there is quite a lot going on in this one. There are a lot of notes here. So, and look how gorgeous. I mean, her wax is truly beautiful. This is really, it's just a pretty fresh, it's almost giving me like sort of a powdery, incensey sort of a vibe with fresh and sort of like a fresh floral note to it. I feel like the undertone, I feel there's no incense note in here, but the way these oils are blended, I'm getting that vibe a little bit. I don't even really like incense smell. It kind of just not appealing to me. But this has that undertone. It's a little bit powdery. It's floral, fresh. Then you do get the woodiness. You get the sandalwood, the tonka, a little bit of cedar wood. And then the sea moss and the green vetiver just give it that bright, outdoorsy fresh. And then the floral. Tiffany's blends too, I feel like they're very, bougie and special, but also they're very complex. And so you can smell this the first time and be like, oh yeah, I really smell this. And then you can pick it up and smell it again and you smell something totally different. I feel like just the more you smell it, the more different scents that you get. And that's why, too, I like to get my order in from Teddy B's. And if it's in the summertime, I like to let it sit out. And then I'll smell it, of course, because I just can't help myself. And then like for a couple of days and then come back to it. And it's like the scents change and they just really develop. That's why cure time is so important. And I feel like with Teddy B's, the more cure time you give it, the better the scent is, the more, the better throw you're going to get. And it's just the complexity of her blends that just draws you in, I feel like, because Yeah, see, now I'm getting more of like that sea moss, sea salt, cedar wood. And it's just gorgeous. I like this so much. And I wouldn't say it's a love, but I really do like it. And also, not going to judge it too harshly because this is a new to me scent and I've never warmed it. I like to let my teddy bees cure for a year if possible, especially if it's bakery. Some of the scents that are more like outdoorsy and tree heavy, 9 months, maybe even 6 months. But for the most part, I really like to let it cure for a year. But I feel like this has changed. And the first time I smelled it, I liked it. I still kind of was unsure about it, but now I really think it's a beautiful blend. And I've had this for 2 or 3 days. So yeah, I like to let my wax sit out and kind of breathe for a bit and see how it develops and changes. But that is very beautiful. That is Coachella. Next up, we have Blue Lagoon. This is another one I was really looking forward to smelling. I have never smelled it. It's a new to me scent. Blue sugar, sea moss, water mint, cedarwood, tropical flowers, and citrus. So kind of similar vibes, but this one has blue sugar, and the water mint kind of intrigued me. So I really liked kind of aquatic notes with mint. I think it's so pretty. And oh my gosh, speaking of pretty, that is just so gorgeous. Okay, so first sniff, I get the blue sugar first and foremost. I do get the sea moss, and that water mint is not an overbearing mint. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little subdued. I feel like the flowers kind of give it a little fresh vibe. It's not anything too heavy. Love the cedar wood and the citrus. Citrus is another thing that blends really well with like aquatic-y type of vibes. This is very unique. It's unlike anything I've ever had. I don't think I've ever had like a sweet mint with blue sugar before, but it gives it sort of a mysterious, kind of deep aquatic vibe. Gorgeous. I think this is going to really be beautiful on warm. And the scent notes are really going to blend so nicely. And hopefully we'll get some more of those. The cedar wood, the sea moss, the water mint, the citrus will come out. Because the blue sugar to me is the strongest, but I still smell the other notes. But the blue sugar shines to me in this blend. But yeah, really excited to warm that. That is Blue Lagoon. I can see why it's a favorite. Next is Gimme Some Sugar, pink sugar, sweet cream, and sugar cookies. So I was going back and forth with this one. One of my favorites is Sweetheart Cookies, and it's kind of got similar vibes. It's pink sugar, sugar cookies. Just don't think it has the sweet cream. And I was just like, do I need another pink sugar? But Tiffany's pink sugar is one of my favorites. I really love her pink sugar specifically mixed with her Palo. Anything with pink sugar and Palo, I'm going to get it typically because I just really enjoy that. So I was like, I'll get it and I'll try this. And this is very light to me on cold. It was just poured about a month ago. But I feel like here I get the pink sugar, but the pink sugar in Sweetheart Cookies is much stronger. The sweet cream in here kind of really shines and stands out. It kind of tones down the pink sugar and the sugar cookies. The creaminess is what I'm getting the most of. I guess I could try to pop these out. Oh my gosh, so pretty on the bottom too with that glitter. A little more pink sugar on the bottom. But I feel like still the sweet cream is what I'm getting the most of. Not mad about it, but I would like it to be a little bit stronger. So hopefully with some cure time, it will get stronger. But in my opinion, and this is just on cold sniffs because I've never warmed this one, but I prefer Sweetheart Cookies to Gimme Some Sugar. Could change my mind once I warm it, but we won't know that for a while. So that is Gimme Some Sugar. Next up, we have Pink Embers, another pink sugar. Pink sugar, sugar cookies, peppermint, vanilla, and marshmallow fireside. This one really intrigued me as well. I think the name, just like pink embers, I love smoky scents. I love sweet and smoky scents. This doesn't have a smokiness to it or a smoky note to it other than the marshmallow fireside. So just kind of curious how that would do with the pink sugar. Okay, this is different. Pink sugar and peppermint, I don't know that I've ever had together. And I honestly don't really know how to feel about it. I definitely smell the pink sugar in this one. I get the sugar cookies, a little bit of the marshmallow fireside. I don't know how I like the pink sugar with the peppermint. I don't hate it. It's not off-putting. It's just strange to me. It's just different. This isn't really a nose-clearing peppermint. It's more of like a sweeter peppermint. I'm going to have to warm that and report back after I warm it. It's not a love. It's not a hate. It's just I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really know how to feel about pink sugar with peppermint. So that again is Pink Embers. Let me know if you picked this one up and what you think about it. Okay, next up I grabbed Vanilla Clouds, Icy Vanilla Woods, and Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. So I was kind of struggling between this one too, getting it or not, because to be honest, it kind of sounds a little bit basic. Icy Vanilla Woods and Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. I mean, I love both of those scent notes, but I was just like, do I really need this? You know, I have a ton of Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds blends that I love. I have a ton of Icy Vanilla Woods blends that I love. Do I need this? But, you know, obviously I just gave into the FOMO and got it. Alexis and I were talking, I think the day of the pre-order, and kind of just like, do we go back in? Do we miss anything? Whatever. And I think we both went in like third orders, maybe second or third orders, and got this one. I'm so glad that we did though, because you guys, the notes may sound basic, but this scent is anything but basic. Such a beautiful combo. I feel like you really do get both of the notes. And they're both pretty strong notes. I mean, you can, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds may not be like something that you think of as a banger like Icy Vanilla Woods is, but you can definitely detect both of them here. They play really nicely together. One's not overpowering the other. They're not competing. It's just a very well blended scent. So beautiful. It's just kind of like a body care scent. Creamy. You get that woodsy lavender, that outdoorsy vibe, and then you get that beautiful Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. Gives it a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of creaminess. Gosh, it's really beautiful. It's another one of those, like most of her scents. You just smell it, and then the more you smell it, it's like you just love it even more. You pick up little things that you didn't really smell the first time. And yeah, that is gorgeous. She did that blend very, very nicely. Vanilla Clouds. Next is You Look So Good in Love, a beautiful blend of blackberries, lemon, vanilla, and sugared violets. So this is Sweet on Paris and sugared violets. Y'all know I'm late to the Sweet on Paris game. I mean, I feel like everybody knows about Sweet on Paris and loves it, and it's a newer love for me. But I just had to pick this up because the sugared violets is one of those florals that I don't mind. I feel like it's not super heavy. It's kind of like adds more of a sweetness. It's not, obnoxious. And to me, this smells like an extra sweet on Paris. This doesn't scream floral. It doesn't scream violets to me. It's just a super sweet on Paris. So I get that blackberry, lemon, vanilla. and then with an extra sweetness. It's almost kind of giving me like a pink sugar sort of a vibe, that sort of like extra perfumey sort of sweetness. Really, really beautiful. I'm glad I picked this one up because it's very pretty. You look so good in love. Next, Black Cat. This is another Sweet on Paris, and this one got a lot of hype too. This is Sweet on Paris type, smoked woods, peppercorn, vanilla cashmere, and sandalwood. So kind of like If You Look So Good in Love is like a daytime Sweet on Paris, bright, fresh, and sweet. This one sounds like more of a nighttime Sweet on Paris with that smoky, peppery sandalwood. Yeah, that's really beautiful. This is almost giving me like a plum because you get the blackberry and the Sweet on Paris, but then blended with the smoked woods, sandalwood, peppercorn, cashmere. It's giving me more of like a fig or a plum sort of a vibe in the best way because I love that. Such a beautiful blend. Like, yeah, this is definitely like Sweet on Paris after dark. Like you're going out, and this is more of like a nighttime deep dark perfume. So gorgeous. I like both of them. And I don't know, I kind of like this one better because it's more woodsy, and because the other one I feel like is just Sweet on Paris, just a little bit sweeter. This one has more complexity and more of that woodsy notes. It's not uber peppery, but just enough to give it a little something. Really beautiful. I like that one a lot. Black Cat. So glad I picked it up. And now I know what all the fuss is about. And then my last Forget Me Not is the one I was most excited to smell. You guys, I have never gotten emotional to the point of crying actual tears when I smelled a blend. I may have teared up, or I may have just been like overcome with emotion. But you guys, I literally cried. I was actually FaceTiming Steph, the Scented Gemini, and Alexis. I had just got my order and we were like sniffing them together. And I think Alexis was the only one of us that had ever smelled Papa. And I just felt like these notes. My Papa is what we called him, and he passed away last May. And one of the things I remember him doing was chopping wood. He had a shed outside, and chopping wood for the fireplace because they had a wood burning fireplace. And I just remember that so much. And so I just knew that this was going to remind me of him. And I was talking to them, and I was just like, why am I crying? I just was just so, it smelled like him and it reminded me of him. It was just that scent memory nostalgia that I love so very much. So let me read the description. This scent reminds me of my Papa's barn: cedarwood, sawdust, sandalwood, hints of vanilla, and masculine notes. And I was so excited to smell this one. And I love atmospheric scents, scent memories and nostalgia. Again, are one of the reasons I love fragrance. And this is just so beautiful. You really get the sawdust. Like, oh my gosh. It's just, it makes my heart sing to smell this and think of him. And I want to warm this every year on his birthday and probably in December. Christmas was his favorite time of year. And, he was the patriarch of our family. So he's one of the main reasons why all of us love Christmas. He always did a huge lights display at his house. People would drive from all over to come and look at his Christmas lights. They were so beautiful. And I mean, I feel like that's one of the things I missed the most at Christmas this last Christmas was driving home and not seeing those lights. And so this is a way that I can remember him and honor him on his birthday. And I'm so glad Tiffany made this scent because it speaks to me and makes my heart happy. And I love it so, so much. And it does. It smells just like a barn. I mean, you know, if you're sawing wood, chopping wood, it's just that fresh cut wood, sawdust, sweet cedar wood, a little bit of vanilla. And the masculine notes are not like cologne-y. It's not going to be, you know, anything headache inducing. It's just a little bit of masculinity with it. It's a gorgeous scent. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to warm it. So that is Pawpaw, and that's the last of my forget-me-nots. I'm so glad I picked up 2 of these. Okay, so I will be right back with the loaves. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I'm really excited to share these loaves with you guys. So it's been a couple of hours. I took a little break and gave my voice a little rest because for some reason, I don't know what's going on, if it's my sinuses or allergies or what is happening, but my voice is fading. My throat's a little sore. So hopefully it's nothing major, but really excited to share these loaves. Okay, so a lot of these I got 2 loaves of, and I know that's a little excessive, but you guys, like, Teddy B's, if you know me at all, you know that, like, I never ever limit myself with Teddy B's, especially a pre-order, because that's what they're for, unlimited. And, you know, I just try. I know a lot of people are like, okay, I'm just going to do souffles for the pre-order and then get more in the RTS. But y'all, her RTSs are so Hunger Games now that, like, I just get so stressed out about it and scared that, like, my favorite blend's going to sell out. So if I know I like something, if I've had it and I know it's a love, I'm terrified to run out of it. I just go hard for it in the pre-order. And then, you know, newer scents or scents that I want more of, I try to just get those in the RTS. But sometimes in the RTS, I like have a strategy or I have a list. And then I just lose all, you know, sane thought and just black out and go for it and make, you know, 6 or 7 orders. Sounds crazy, but it's definitely happened. Okay. So anyway, let's do these loaves. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different scents, but 14 loaves. So a few, I think 5 I have doubles of. So let's just begin in no particular order. First up is an old favorite of mine. This is God's Woods, and this is from the Game of Thrones collection. So I love Game of Thrones, and I haven't watched it in years, but I've found that a lot of her Game of Thrones blends are fall, winter, atmospheric, outdoorsy, tree heavy scents, and that is my vibe. And so I love most all of her Game of Thrones blends. All the ones that I've ever tried, I've really loved. And, you know, I go and beg her, like, please pour Game of Thrones, just do a Game of Thrones pre-order because I love those blends so much. So God's Woods, I think I'm down to 1 tub of, and I was panicking because I just love this scent so much. Palo Santo, birchwood, pine, and vanilla balsam. Like, yes, it's just a very tree heavy scent. If you like balsam, anything with her vanilla balsam in it is just so good. Look at that. Gorgeous colors. This is gorgeous. I love birch. I love palo. I love pine. I love balsam. Like, yes. All of that, yes. This is creamy tree. It's so beautiful. Her Palo Santo is so nice. It's not cologne-y. It's very creamy, a little bit smoky, very tree, like woodsy. And yeah, her vanilla balsam is just amazing. So this is creamy tree. It's beautiful. If you like tree scents, like, this is a must-have in my opinion. One of my top scents from Teddy B's for sure. I just love it. So I had to pick up a loaf. I'm kind of thinking, like, why didn't I get 2 loaves? But that's just my, you know, insanity speaking. So that is God's Woods. Definitely a favorite. Another favorite is Harold Fine Hair. This is warm chestnuts, smoky woods, sweet vanilla, which is the by the fireplace type, cashmere cedar, and frosted sugar cookies. Y'all, this is everything. And I have 2 tubs. I got a tub in the last RTS pre-order, can't remember. And then, no, I got a tub in the last pre-order. Totally forgot to order it in the RTS. And it sold out in minutes. And my dear friend Steph the Scented Gemini sent me a tub of it and was the sweetest thing ever. And so I have 2 tubs and then now another loaf. So now I don't have to panic about warming it. I always say I like my backups to have backups, which is the most extra cuckoo bananas thing anybody could ever say, but it's the God honest truth. I feel okay with warming things if my backups have backups of scents that I truly love. But By the Fireplace is a sweet, smoky scent. It's just gorgeous. It's by Replica, and if you've never smelled it, you really should. It's sweet and smoky, and then you get a little bit of nuttiness, vanilla. It's just gorgeous. And then you add cashmere cedar, which is one of my favorite oils from Tiffany, with sugar cookies. Say less. It's just perfection. You should really try this if you haven't. So excited to have more Harold Fine Hair. Okay, next up is one that I've tried before, and this she only offered in loaves. This is the trifecta. I'm pretty sure that she ran out of this too because it sold out, and I've never seen that happen in a pre-order. So the trifecta is 3 different layers of blends. The first layer is cashmere cream, the second layer is coconut clouds, and the third layer is strawberry boom boom. So those notes: cashmere cream, the first layer is cashmere musk, sweet vanilla, and soft woods. Coconut clouds is coconut sandalwood and boardwalk marshmallow clouds. And then strawberry boom boom is just strawberry pound cake Bath and Body Works type and boom boom cream. So I'm going to try to pop this one out so you guys can see the layers. I got this in a D-stash before and warmed it, and it was just beautiful. So here is what it looks like. I'm not going to flip it because it's going to get crumblies everywhere, but that is so pretty. Let me try to get it. Let me try to hold it on this so I don't make a huge mess. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So you definitely get the strawberry boom boom, the boardwalk marshmallow clouds, and then the cashmere cream. It's so beautiful. It's a creamy body care boardwalk marshmallow clouds strawberry boom boom. It's just everything. It's so beautiful, so bougie, so fluffy, cozy, creamy. Oh my gosh, it's everything. Highly recommend it if you can get your hands on this. It is just phenomenal, and it's even better on warm. The trifecta, so glad to have that, especially since I know a lot of people were bummed that it sold out. Okay, next up, this is one of the blends that I was most excited to smell. This is a new scent, and it's a Game of Thrones scent, and I'm obsessed with it. It is Dracarys, but this is the Valyrian word for dragonfire. So the dragon riders would say this when they wanted their dragons to breathe fire. Dracarys. It's just a cool word, and spoiler alert, this is literally everything I imagined it to be and more. From the first time I smelled this, I was obsessed with it, and I just was looking so much forward to it, and I'm glad. Of course, Tiffany's never going to let me down because it's gorgeous. It's so unique. So the cinnamon bark, you guys know I'm not a cinnamon fan, but this cinnamon bark note is so beautiful. It's like cinnamon tree. It's not a red hot cinnamon. You get that blackberry musk, gives it a sweetness along with the cedarwood smoke. If you guys know me, sweet and smoky is my favorite combination in fragrance. I love sweet with smoky. Sweet and spicy, sweet, spicy, and smoky, just like anything like that is just everything to me. So you do get a little bit of smoke. It's sweet. This almost gives me like an apple cidery vibe. I think it's the blackberry musk and the cinnamon bark. It's not super apple, but I think it's just that cinnamon with the sweetness is just kind of reminding me of a cidery sort of a vibe. But yeah, it's a little bit smoky. It's just everything. It's so atmospheric. This is perfectly dragon fire. Smoky, little bit of spice, woodsy, just beautiful. I mean, it's a complex scent. It's one of those that you just keep smelling. The more you smell it, the more in love you're going to be. It's just, it's perfection. I mean, it really is. I feel like it's going to be so beautiful warmed. And I feel like if you just, the more you smell it, the more you get that smoke. But it's not a house on fire smoke. It's not like you're consumed with dragon fire. It's like the dragon just breathed fire and it went out. Like he closed his mouth. And it's just kind of like the after essence of smoke. Not like a raging campfire, if that makes sense. Oh, it's gorgeous. Yes. So I definitely need more of this. I knew I would. Like, why did I only get one loaf? But also, I was kind of taking a chance because I had never smelled this before. I'm iffy about cinnamon. And so I was like, a loaf is kind of a lot. But at the same time, I just kind of knew I was going to like it. I mean, hello. So that is Dracaris. That is everything. It's perfect, perfection, 100 out of 10. Next up is another one that I love, and I have been begging to come back for a year or two now. This is Snowpocalypse 2021. I got this in a D-stash the first time I smelled it and fell instantly in love with it. A magnificent blend of boardwalk marshmallow clouds, cashmere, sandalwood, vanilla bean, and cedar. Okay, you guys. So this blend is everything. It's so wintry. Oh my gosh, that is just stunningly beautiful. Okay, so this pour, let's see, it was poured about a month and a half ago. This pour is very heavy on the boardwalk marshmallow clouds. I love boardwalk marshmallow clouds. However, from experience, this blend is going to get stronger. Those other notes, those other oils are going to develop, and you're really going to get the cedar. You're going to get the sandalwood, the cashmere. Like you're going to get all of those. Just give it some time. It's the most beautiful, cozy. It's like a warm blanket on a winter day. So it's a little bit woodsy. It's creamy, a little sweetness. The cashmere gives it a cozy vibe. And then I love the cedar in here. So just give it some time. I would let it cure for a year if you can stand it, or however long that you can stand it. Because when it has enough time to develop, it is seriously the most beautiful on warm. I love it so much. It's definitely cozy winter vibes. Yeah. So I got 2 loaves of it. I kind of have a nice little stockpile now. So I've got some that's ready to go for this winter and next winter. And then I'll have these curing for future years in case they don't come back. Because this, I don't think, has came back since the first time she offered it. Maybe once after that, but I haven't seen it. And so excited to have 2 loaves of Snowpocalypse 2021. I grabbed 2 more of Michael. This is a newer to me scent, but I love it. My dad's name was Michael, so my son's middle name is Michael after him. My middle name is Michelle after him. And so, sometimes I get things because of the name. She had one named Carter, didn't really care what the scents were because my son's name is Carter. Michael, kind of the same way, but I also do happen to love this scent. Vanilla birch, mahogany vanilla, and smooth marshmallow cream. So I was scared of the mahogany because I always think mahogany teak wood, and this is kind of those vibes, but not as obnoxious. It's not as headache inducing. The marshmallow cream and the vanilla from the vanilla birch and the mahogany vanilla really help this not to be so intense cologne. It is masculine and it does smell cologne, but it's not going to be Abercrombie Fierce, which I feel like if I ever say Abercrombie Fierce, I just immediately get a headache thinking about that. So this is not those vibes. I feel like you do get the warmth from that wood, from the mahogany, from the vanilla. You really do get the marshmallow and vanilla, though. It really does calm this blend down. So gorgeous. This is like Sexy Man. Just a beautiful scent. I'm here for it. And yeah, 2 loaves, obviously here for it, right? So 2 more loaves of Michael. I love this one so much. Okay, next up is another one that I really wanted to come back. And this is Tree Farm. I was lucky enough to pick this up in a D-stash, smelled it, immediately was like, hey, Steph, hey, Alexis, have y'all smelled Tree Farm? And they were like, no, but, I feel like we need it. And I was like, I've smelled it once for like 2.4 seconds, immediately texted you guys. And not to be dramatic, but it changed my life. So we need this. And thank God she brought it back, because this is just one of those scents that I was talking about. If you smell it, it just immediately takes you somewhere. And Tree Farm is frost-covered Christmas trees standing in rows for as far as the eye can see, and the smell of tilled earth. And then in parentheses, she has dirt. So if you like tree scents, this is the scent for you. It is absolutely stunning. It is a banger on warm. And look how beautiful. So this Christmas tree, I feel like, is the same oil as Christmas trees and cream. But, it just doesn't have the buttercream or the waffle cone. Are those the notes? But I feel like the tree oil is the same. And you literally smell this and you're in the middle of a tree farm. Like you're about to cut down a Christmas tree. Snow is on the ground. It's clearly winter. There's people cutting down Christmas trees all around. You can smell the dirt. So if you like tree, but you're scared of dirt or don't like dirt, don't be scared of this blend. I still think that you would love it. The dirt is there, but it just kind of sets that atmospheric vibe. It's not like petrichor where it's like, oh my gosh, dirt. It's just like, the dirt is there. It's covered with snow and there's trees everywhere. So the trees definitely front center, the star of the show, but the dirt, earthy note is in the background. I don't know how Tiffany does it, but this is absolutely perfect. One of those scents that now that I've smelled it, I never want to be without it. Christmas, winter, like this is going to be a staple. Gorgeous scent. That is Tree Farm. I definitely feel like that dirt note amps it up. So it's not just tree. It's outdoors tree. Like it just gives it that extra atmospheric vibe. It's gorgeous. Excited to have 2 more loaves of Tree Farm. Then I got 2 loaves of Rainy Day. This is another newer to me scent. I got it in a D-stash. Fell in love with it immediately. The one I got in a D-stash was like 2 or 3 years old, so I warmed it immediately. It was such a banger, and I was like, oh my gosh, if this comes back, I'm getting 2 loaves. So here we are. Rainy Day is crisp apples, dewy air, fallen leaves, oak, a touch of lavender, and a hint of sandalwood. I am here for the atmospheric vibes. I told you guys, like, she just excels. And she does everything well, but these are just my favorite. Look at that gorgeous blue and blue glitter. This smells so good, you guys. It's one of those too, where if you smell it the first time and then you go back or you just continue to smell it, more of the oils kind of show themselves later. And it's like you get a different blend of them. And where if you smell apple first, you're not going to smell it as strongly, if you keep smelling it. It's so amazing how she does it. So many different layers. It's so complex. I'm really getting the fallen leaves and dewy air. I get the sandalwood and lavender. And to me, this is not an apple heavy scent. It's just not. It gives it maybe like a brightness, a freshness. But when I smell this, it doesn't scream apple to me. I definitely get more of the leaves and the dewy air, which I love. It sets that atmospheric moment. So to me, this is not like rain is falling. It's not like the perfect storm, a stormy sort of atmospheric. To me, this is like right after a rain. You've got that dampness in the air. The apples definitely do give it a sweetness and brighten it up, but it's not like gourmand apple, in my opinion. It's just so beautiful. It's not stormy, but it's like maybe drizzling or just right after a rain to my nose on a fall day. Gorgeous blend. Absolutely gorgeous. A banger. And I would honestly warm this anytime because the leaves are not like super intense. It's not like super spicy or, it's just an outdoorsy, beautiful, beautiful scent. Rainy day. And then last but certainly not least, other than Dracaris, this was probably the most anticipated blend. I was so looking forward to smell. I am a bit biased because Alexis and I requested this blend that she pour it. It's a new blend. And we were, going back and forth with like how much we loved Pacific Northwest Winter and what different things we could blend with Pacific Northwest Winter. And so that's how this blend came to be. Alexis named it Forbidden Forest. Obviously, after Harry Potter, we both love Harry Potter. And I mean, it's just a forest vibe. So this is Pacific Northwest Winter, Vanilla Birch, Marshmallow Fireside, and Bonfire Bliss. And oh my gosh, I am so, first of all, excited that so many people voted it and that Tiffany poured it. I joked with Alexis and I was like, we can die happy now. Like we've peaked in life. Tiffany poured one of our blends. So, I know we were both just so thrilled about it. But just to read you the notes of Pacific Northwest Winter: fresh snow, pine sap, fresh mistletoe, vanilla balsam, the slight hint of cranberries, and burning fireplaces off in the distance. One of my favorite blends, definitely an atmospheric. So you have those notes with vanilla birch, marshmallow fireside, and bonfire bliss. Say less. And y'all, you're going to say I'm biased. I don't care who created this blend. This blend is everything. Let me show you. So to my nose, I'm getting the vanilla birch, bonfire bliss, and marshmallow fireside. I was kind of scared because Pacific Northwest Winter is a strong, strong blend, but Tiffany really did this one well. Now, I do get Pacific Northwest Winter. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of hard if you've got those notes in there. It's kind of hard to not get those notes. But I am getting that birch because birch to me is more of a wood. It's not like sap or needles or like the evergreen part of a tree. Birch is wood and it's gorgeous. And I love, love, love Bonfire Bliss. To me, it's such an underrated oil. It can do so much for a blend, and I just absolutely love it. So to me, the Bonfire Bliss kind of amps up the fireplaces off in the distance because to me, Pacific Northwest Winter is you're hiking in the woods. There's snow on the ground and there's evergreen trees everywhere. You're hiking about, half a mile away from your campsite where you started a fire. And so you can barely detect that smoke from the campfire in the distance. So with the Bonfire Bliss, it gives it more of that smoky fire note without being house on fire. Now, it is going to be subtle, but gosh, is it beautiful. The Marshmallow Fireside really gives it a sweetness, a little bit more of a smokiness. Y'all, she did it with this one. Like, there was never any doubt that she would do it justice, but like everything I wanted and more, she did to this blend. It's so stunning. It's outdoorsy, it's atmospheric, but it's kind of like like a sweet smoky, which y'all know is like my favorite. And it's just those vibes that it's just, there are no words. It's amazing. Gosh, do I love this. So I got 2 loaves of it, and now I'm really regretting only getting 2 loaves because 2 loaves is a ton. I don't know why I'm over here like, oh, I need more than 2 loaves, but I kind of do because it's just such a special blend to me anyway. And then the fact that it smells so fantastic is just like, I need more of it. Like, how much is enough? The limit does not exist. Okay. So that is Forbidden Forest. That is our beloved. And if you didn't try it and you like tree scents, like you really should try it. Cannot wait to warm this. This was poured July 11th, so almost a month ago. So I don't know. I may try to warm it this winter and see just how it does because it's pretty strong on cold. But that is half of my order. That is my forget-me-nots and my loaves. I'm sure this is going to be a long video, and I've got even more souffles and tubs, which will probably be even longer. So I'm going to split this up. I may upload them at the same time. It depends on how long it takes me to edit them and how long it takes me to extract them, etc. But I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed filming it. Y'all know Teddy Bees has my heart. Let me know if you went in on the pre-order. Let me know, are you going to go in or did you go in on the RTS? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this up in time to do before the RTS, but let me know your favorite scents from the pre-order, what you picked up in the RTS, your favorite Teddy Bee scent. Let's chat Teddy Bees in the comments because y'all know I'm here for it. So thank you guys so very much for watching. Don't forget to stay tuned for part 2. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, or weekend. Please don't forget to like and comment, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you all on my next video very soon. Bye.